Welcome to Coffee and Pizza. I hope you can enjoy.
Welcome to another episode of Coffee and Pizza. And from today, we have someone very, very special. The name is Abdulrehman. Sorry for the pronunciation because my Arab is terrible, but he's a cybersecurity engineer and a very nice guy to also have a very interesting publication. That's why I bring you him here because I believe can be interesting story for many people and the people want to know about your life and what do you do and everything. And also, we want to start talking a little bit about adversary emulation and what is adversary emulation because I believe it's a very important field. And we was talking before between you and I. We was talking about the companies understand red team and what is pen testing, but it's not the same of adversary emulation. But it's something we're gonna talk about during this conversation. Then, first of all, thank you very much for coming. It was a pleasure to have the opportunity to have a conversation with you. And my pleasure, man.
I'm very happy because I'm with you right now in this podcast and see a lot of videos in YouTube when you meet with security experts. So it's a very different experience for me because this is my first podcast. So I'm very happy because I'm with you. My name is Abdulrehman Ali. I offensive security engineer with experience in adversary emulation, malware development, defensive evasion, and C2 development.
Okay, we're gonna be the realistic and we're gonna see the truth. That's not the first time we do the recording because before we was having some issues with the internet, but now since everything is fine and working, then it's not a problem. That's the elephant in the room that everyone knows about that. That nothing happened. But also we was talking a little bit, but just I want to be interesting also for the people of where you come and where do you born? Like what is your country about that?
Okay, I am from Egypt. I born in Alexandria. Right now, I am in Alexandria. In future, I will travel. I will travel to live in Russia. Uh, right now, I am the last year in the college. I'm just have 22 years old, and I am interested in anything related about cybersecurity and red teaming.
That's very interesting because something you said something very funny is like you want to move to Russia, and not many people today understand Russia as a big country or nice country because in the most of the countries of the world, Russia is like the enemy, and no one wants to go there. But after that, we can talk about that because you explain me you are studying Russian and everything, and for some people it can be interesting. We can discuss about that, but the first thing here is like like how you or how is your country like when you, how you arrive to understand the computer and say, oh, I want to start to be a hacker or something like that, because I understand maybe in your country not many people is interested about cybersecurity, right?
Mm. When I started cybersecurity, first I heard about incident happening before. Uh, some hackers make a ransomware attack. So I am started to searching how can people learning this and make this not for do something malicious, but I want to know uh, how people can do this. So I started to search. So I am heard about cybersecurity. I started to look at free tutorial on YouTube how to start in cybersecurity. So I see a lot of fields inside the cybersecurity: blue team, red team, and in the red team there was a red teaming and the penetration testing. So I am focused in the red teaming. Very interesting for me. So and in the red teaming there was other fields like or not other fields, something special make your level in red teaming in the higher, like malware development, defensive evasion, C2 custom C2 development. Okay. Uh, so I started to learn all of this with, of course, with the language programming. I started by Python. So after this, I started. I'm not see the Python very flexible to using in the malware development because there was Windows internal APIs. So I started to learn C++ and C sharp and the other. Okay. So after this, I learned how to integrate the evasion techniques with my customization malwares, how to make a communication between the C2 server and the malware. Uh, but I'm not see, but all the time, I see something was missing. Okay. And reteaming operations, it's good. It's very good for if you have a reteaming in in your environment. But there was something was missing. See, the real incident happened before. Okay, how I can explain this? For example, if you have a company to make a SCADA system and start to sell it for government, okay, and you have a security team, blue team, and the red team. And the red team, there was a pen testing, and the red team. It's okay. Um, why why should to have adversary simulation operations in my environment? So if you have other SCADA system in the same market and you heard there was attack happened in this company, okay. The question here: do you want see this attack in your environment in real? Of course, you will not need to see this in your environment. So you will start to find what if this attack happened in my company, okay, not other company in the market. So you will be think about incident and response plans. So the other question here: how can I build the incident and response plan without real result to make this attack in my environment? So the adverse simulation, it's take the real incident happened before and make it an environment to see a result. We are very close in the real life scenarios, or we are not, or we are just try to finding a vulnerabilities or missing configuration here or here. Make reteaming operations, but the traditional operations without looking what the real hackers make in other companies. So if you need full secure environment, of course, not 100%, you must be have adverse simulation operations in your environment.
Well, one question I have several question here. Like you were explaining something very interesting from my point of view. Is like, okay, like pen testing is not the same, and we need to understand first of all, when you start to study cybersecurity, the people when you start to study pen testing, most of the time the people tell you, okay, this is SQL injection, this is XX, this is SSRF, this is XXF, this is like a bunch of vulnerability, this is this is IDR evasion, this is many things, right? And after when you start to study, you start to see like every field you need to be specialist in every area, because it's not the same when you do a SQL injection from one platform is created for do like that in hack the box or something like that, can be easy. But if you go to harder level, you need a high level of understanding what are you doing. We can put some examples. SQL injection in blind, or in blind in some different databases. That's mean like every day I can see like, and I see on bug bounty very very often. You need to be specialist in different areas if you want to arrive to some point. Okay, that's the first step. Like, and when the people believe, oh, pen testing, yes, pen testing, when you do for your company a pen testing, often take a very hours on professionals from pen testing, but this it doesn't mean is a specialist in very area, because you want to do like wide attack or wide surface attack, but you don't want to do what the Americans say, like cherry picking, right? You don't do like, okay, I want to try every vulnerability in XXX2 or XS or EDORs or whatever, right? Then we can say only in pen testing you can find like specialists in every area. And after that, when you come back to back to pen testing, to infrastructure pen testing. You can do cloud, because today everything is moving to the cloud. And you can do also like sorry,
blockchain.
exact blockchain. That's crazy. Then, like when we talk about when you talk also, and also when we move to adversary emulation, we then talk, you have inside of adversary emulation, you have different fields of emulation, right? That's something I understand. That, and that's my question. There, do you have a different fields of of professionalism in the different area of adversary emulation?
Yes, there was a big difference, not just a small difference. Okay, why? Because adverse simulation not focus about how I can attack, not focus about this. Okay, focus if this happen in environment, really it can be the attacker get a critical result or not. Okay, so I am not take a tutorial from course in pen testing or red teaming and started to make this one by one by one, step by step by step. The adverse simulation not like this. Okay, I take a real incident happen before and start simulate it, and how I can start to make adverse simulation in my environment, or other question, how I can start an adverse simulation. First, you need to know an adverse simulation not very close from the security content. Okay, the security content, it's very good. Okay, but the attackers see the target from other way. Okay, how? If I asked any security professional, give me advice to keep my data and save zones. So he started to say this. Make update. Okay, don't click the links. Always don't install something out the stores. Let me give you example. Uh, the attackers can be exploit the cybersecurity advices in the rare attacks. Do you need examples? I will give you. I will not send you the direct link. I will send you a hyperlink behind the word. Okay. If you say the update keep you and the save or always make update. Okay, I will make fake alert update attack, and I can attack you. Okay, you say the cybersecurity experts say uh, the installing from store. It's more secure. Yeah, I agree with this, but also the attackers can be exploit this, and we see a lot of info stealers inside the mobile apps in the Google Play Store. Okay, so the attackers exploited the incident and the news happened around the world to make attacks. For example, before the war between Russia and Ukraine, okay, everyone know the Russian as a country have very good attackers, okay, very powerful attackers. So now Ukraine will be under attack in a few days. Okay, so Ukrainian start to ready to any attack happened in any time. So started to make updates. So the ABT, the Russian ABT started to launch attack. Okay, in EV, not just in any product. EV. Okay, why EV? Because now Ukraine no, the Russian will be attacked. Okay, so we will must be ready. So I will update everything and specifically the defensive machines like what they EV, antivirus, EDR, MDR, XDR, same solutions like this. Okay, so for other example. Uh, in Turkey, okay, there was earthquake happened in Turkey, and now all the news talk about this earthquake. Okay, so that the Russian, okay, exploit this news to make what to send the message to the people to go the safe. This is area not safe. Go to this area, okay, because this area is in the safe zone. Okay, so to know this area, open the link. Okay, So it's not just attack; it's a strategy in attack. Okay. Other example, from also Russian, because Russian always focus in this point, exploit the incident and the news like AI. Now there was a revolution, cyber revolution in AI. So how much the campaign in phishing campaigns related about AI? Hello?
Mm,
Why?
I'm not. Let me
Because
clarify. Sorry, Abdul. I want to clarify something because it's because this podcast many people can listen and can understand the things in the wrong side. But only for clarify, we are not supporting any war. We are only explaining what is happening and what we see. We are not saying Russian people it's a bad threat people. It's something like that. It's like the criminals what are acting. Exactly. And that's only for clarify because some people maybe have a bad brain and doesn't understand what we are talking about. We are talking about techniques about the criminals are using for take benefits of the people.
of course not. So I am focus the criminals focus all the time to exploit the resources, exploit the news, exploit the incident, to make campaigns, not just a phishing. Maybe you can see attackers exploit features in the programs, like in VS Code. You have a feature to make a command and control. Why? Because if you have a team in development, not all the time I will send you update, and you all send me update. Okay, we are update in the same environment, so you must be have command and control in Visual Studio Code. Okay, so the other actors from China exploit this feature. Okay, to take a command and control in target. I can't remember the target, but it was used this Visual Studio Code. Okay, so now we have attackers can be exploit the cybersecurity advices to attack you. Okay, like don't open a link. Okay, I will send you the hyperlink. I will send you the QR code, not a pure link. So not install something outside of the store. Okay, like Google Play. Okay, I will put my malware inside the normal application in Google Play. So you will be install my malware from your save area Google Play. Okay, the Google Play have a lot of info stealers inside the application. Okay, so make update. Okay, hackers exploited the people always make update. So started to deploying fake alert attack. Okay, was update. Okay, of course, pop up notification open. You are under attack now.
If I have the chance, only I want to say something like this is very interesting. It's one of my favorite fields we can say about adversary emulation, and it's something I study a lot. I am inside in many cyber crime groups to understand what are the using applications are using and what the application are because I understand the only way we can we can take care of the data or how we can take care of the people is understanding how the threat actors are working, right? That's from my point of view that the only way to understand how the bad actors or the threat actors or the criminals are working is if you are inside of the criminals and understand what tools are using. And from my point of view as a professional cybersecurity, try to use these tools, try to understand what these tools are using and what these tools are doing, right? Because for example, if I give you the possibility to many companies are using like don't use malware or don't understand how the threat actors are using like error evasion. You was talking before about you study Python, but Python is not the best tool for malware. Better if you use C C or C++. This is always better. But also, you didn't mention, and I believe it's interesting, is like how many threat actors are using Visual Basic and Visual Basic scripts, because Visual Basic is the tool is used in Mac in Microsoft, and most of the people are using Windows today. And many of the code of the threat actors is use it and use it again and reuse it, and from different versions, and it's coming with updates, but it's the same. We can say like very very bad words like same shit, another smell, right? But this is like something that people are using, and that the companies is always like, no, we need to take care about that. Yes, but you need to understand how the threat actors are working for you to
Yeah.
take care of your company.
Threat actors can be synced to attack you. Okay. Uh, uh, not all the time focus about I will buy EV, good EV. Okay, I will buy the EDR, MDR. Don't think all of this defensive machines can be defense you. No, I can also, as an attacker or as a criminal, buy these tools and trying to evade it before the real attack in my environment. Okay, so I make a training for attack before attack. Okay, the question here, how can the attackers know my defensive machine? There was a lot of different ways. It's not a problem for attackers. Okay, it's not a end of the road. Okay, so you must be focused to simulate a real incident happened before in your environment, and this is called named adverse simulation. Okay, the adverse simulation not related about the just the EBTs, no, the EBTs, ransomware groups, and the others. Okay, so and you must be know your defensive machines. It's a way to defense yourself, but not of all the ways to defense yourself by defensive machines. You must be know um, what is the problem in your environment or how can attackers can be attack you, and this is not independent just in pen testing and traditional, not in general red teaming activities. Okay, uh, you must be see the incident happened before, and you must be think as a logic. Okay, um, maybe this attack, if happened in my environment, can be successful or not. Okay, how can you know the answer of this question by adverse simulation? This is simply so. Now, how can people start the adverse simulation? First, you need to know what's the adverse simulation. We are talked about this. So second, you are need to know you are need to learn some fields like malware development and C2 development and defensive evasion. After this, you are not ready to simulate attacks. Why? You must be asked yourself, does I have the same when you see the ABT papers or other papers to start to take it as a resource to start an adverse simulation, you can see it's very complicated, a lot of KTPs, a lot of technical details. It's very normal, okay? But how you can make this easier for you, okay? Take it step by step. How? You have a lot of steps. You can see this a lot of in a lot of real attacks. Delivery technique, okay, implanting technique, execution technique, exit filtration with a command control technique. First, the delivery technique, very easy. How can the attackers deliver this payload or this malicious file by injecting a PDF, by injecting a photo, or make a XE like a photo, something like this. Okay,
Wait,
like
one moment, Abdul, and not only like that, because if you know, sure, you know, like many threat actors today are buying software in the inside of a Play Store and App Store from iPhone. You can buy a application, like maybe this application is from someone, like this application is doing something, like we can say maybe it's a Chat GPT solution help you, not regular from ChatGPT, but do you buy this application from someone? Maybe the threat actors pay to this person 20,000, 30,000 euros. Okay, this is not a big money. These threat actors buy this application, and after this application, you can inject the code there, because inside of this application you can put the malware, and maybe from this application you can take the contacts from the WhatsApp from that person, and after that, the person doesn't know this is like infected and start to send message to someone. Only this application is not doing nothing, only stealing information. Because as you know, one of the most important things for the threat actors is not only attack you, is take your information, because this is the important thing. Because doesn't matters like if it can send them only the won't get your information and have persistence, and also spread the virus. That's one of the techniques are using, like, and today you can say very, very often like this. That's why somebody you was mentioned inside of a Google Play Store, you can find a lot of malware. And how you can put the malware if Google, before you upload the software the first day, like check your code. And how this can happen? Because someone buy the company and inject the malware inside of the software, it's already spread. Because if you need to create the software and after that do the marketing for the many, arrive to many devices and it's very complicated. It's very easy if you pay 20,000 and maybe you get the profit of 20,000 in half day if you are outside title, right? And another way many people are using today is try to buy applications also for Windows Store. These applications are working or something like that, or try to inject the same as you mentioned, like fake updates or something like that. Like when you arrive to the website and say, "Hey, your Chrome is not updated. You need to update it." Okay, does this something happens? Because today, if you try to send a phishing, that's very common, and you can hide your phishing under the hyperlink and something like that. Many software like CrowdStrike, most of them gonna check the URL, but doesn't work. But what happened? Most of the companies, the device of the company is not under LDR or not under Intune or not under the platform, and most of them is like, you don't know the application that people are using. Maybe that person are using your Outlook in your application in your device, or maybe these people are using Teams in the same device, but in the same device you have a malware inside of your in your device, or this another application, and this application is getting the information from there. And also that happens very often because today it's very difficult to send you a phishing. It's better to send you a smishing. That means a SMS with the typical link. Hey, this is like your second factor authentication or something like that.
Right. With if you're right, but because this phishing IDs now was very different. Like what? Like fake capacha. Okay, fake capacha. Who is not know the capacha? Everyone. Okay, the capacha in everywhere now. When you using any site, just click here. Okay, one click, I can attack you. So the phishing campaigns not like before. Okay, now it's more smart. Okay, now everyone, if I see link, okay, maybe it's malicious link, I will not enter it, I will not take a risk. Okay, so I will change the this is a default idea inside your head. So maybe I will use as a fake capacha, okay, to attack you. And besides this fake capacha, there was a malicious URL. Okay, maybe I can send the URL but in text. Okay, like hyperlink. And maybe I can use the fake software. Okay, maybe I can put it in crack, but now it's crack. Everyone knows the crack not safe. Okay, so the people was now it's the attackers always developing technique and new techniques because
Exactly.
the old techniques not working.
I'm gonna explain you something like I'm seeing lately, and it's very common attack today. Whether the trade actors are buying like Google Ads and buy the ads of the login platform, right?
Yeah.
And if you have, for example, Microsoft, the people go to Google and check Microsoft login. Okay, I mean, you go to the first link because it's advertised and it's promoted and it's the first, and you go there, you put your credential, and it's working because the fake website is working. and you don't know it, and someone is having access to your account at the moment, right?
Always the attackers can be developing the techniques. Okay, and if you need to learn or to know about how can you simulate these techniques, think like not like attacker, like a victim. Okay, how can be if I victim now, okay, how can we make this software very logic? So before I make a fake software, like Windows Smart Screen, okay, when you click on don't run this application, it's run. If you click on run, it's run. If you click on Xmice to close application, it can run a malware, okay. Or what about the real smart screen? It's disabled before. Okay, you need to disable the previous escalation. Yes, I need. So how you can make a previous escalation? It's a it's a other technique. So in any choice, you are it's a like a checkmate in a chess. So I named this exploit or this technique checkmate. Okay, so you can find a lot of malicious code or backdoors or in different areas, not just in fake softwares, not just in hyperlinks or QR codes. No, you can find a lot of ideas uh, to make malicious attacks, to make a malicious phishing campaigns. Okay, the attacker asked himself, how I can make this attack very logic to the victim. I need to make everything was easy. When you see my phishing or my software, or I exploit someone searching about something special, something. Okay, so all the attackers searching about what a victim needs. Okay, need update. Okay, I will give you update. Uh, need something in applications from a store because it's a save. Okay, I can make a fake company, not just attack a other real company and put. Now I can make a fake a company. Okay, online. Okay, and I will start to the clear application without any malicious code. And after the Google reviewing the code, I will start put my backdoors one by one, okay, not full code, okay. And after this, I will start to my phishing campaigns, okay. So the attackers have a lot of ideas. Not don't hope. Yeah, I see people um, focus in one technique or no, the attackers very flexible, very stretching thinking when he need to when need to attack you.
So based on what you were explaining, I can tell you another thing I saw in my life is you have one software update, and this version 1.1 had the malware, and 15 days later you have the 1.3 and doesn't have the malware. Then
Yeah.
when the people go to like 15 days, it's impossible to Play Store know do you have a malware. Then in 15 days, you infected a lot of devices and you get all the data from info stealers and you sell the data later and you can do this every 6 months and no one's know. So no, and that's something that people don't realize. Attackers can do it, right? And it's like, okay, I do the date, I put the malware, 15 days, and I remove the malware. That's it. I sell the data in the dark web, and who knows, and the info stealers or whatever, or only you put like, Raccoon, or this is one of the famous info stealer, Raccoon, and this is SaaS, software as a service, and you can pay monthly. And this, well, yeah, and this is how it's working. Like how you can get updates every day or every week of this software, how it can be and how you can get more data. You're doing this. The problem is not get the data. The problem is what do you do with the data and how do you sell the data as a threat actor? because when do you have and the quality of the data, of course, because not only the data is important, is the quality of the data. It's not the same. You have a ton of access to you have malware in the access in the, we can say, in the device of the manager of one administration account of a big company. This is expensive, but this is that. But if you have the password of someone no one knows, this is not important. And maybe someone get the data from we can say from the notes, because maybe they put the password there in the notes of the device and no one's know, you know. And that's the problem. The problem is not get the data, because get the data is easy. The problem is sell the data and clean the money later. Right. That's the difficult part. But I think this is something you see very common, right?
I see a lot of threat actors always to try. If you develop your security, I develop my techniques. Okay, I am not the threat actors, not like the cybersecurity community thing. Okay, no threat actors active all the time. Okay, searching all the time. Try to find the new techniques and at all the time. Okay, so if I independ about my just in my defensive machines, just in the result in penetration testing and the red teaming, traditional red teaming operations, it's not enough. Okay, you must be try to make a simulations happen before, okay, in your environment to be not 100% be sure you are secure, okay, but you need to be very close from real life scenarios, okay, and this is happened by adverse simulation. So after the adverse simulation result, you see a lot of something in your in your environment need to update. Okay, uh, if we try to simulate attack happened before in a corporate, and we see the good result, where we are see we are can, for example, dump hard coded credential like the real attack, okay, or something. So you need to edit a lot. First, the incident and response plan first. Okay, why? Because the first something you need to or you searching after the attack, the what is our incident and response plan. So if we are not make a personation our environment, so we are not in the incident and response plan, not including the good solutions for this. So the adverse simulation, it's testing everything in environment, and you must be know uh, all of defensive machines can be the attacker by it, and try to bypass it his environment, and the attack it's not testing the attack, not testing, okay. He tested before in his environment, so after this he execute or use all the process happened before in your environment. The adverse simulation result very different, not like other security result.
And also mentioning what you was explaining before, because I believe it's important, like what's your plan after that, because someday gonna happens, and the people believe, no, because I have a Palo Alto, I have this area, I have the best solutions, I have this software, I have this, but this, it doesn't matter, because you can have whatever you want, but you don't know, and I know this happens. Some threat actors can contact with someone it's working on the company and offer to that person, hey, do you want 1,000 euros and I infect your computer? No one's gonna know, and you get 1,000 euros. And we get your information from your credentials, and we have access guaranteed to the company. This is how something happens. And okay, you have EDR, you have everything, but how are you gonna fight against this? Companies doesn't have another opportunity. It's like, okay, how do you do it? The only way is to, like what you explained, like adversary emulation. Someone contact with the people from your company and say, hey, I offer you 1,000 euros, and see what happens. Because maybe someone gonna say yes. That's true. That's true. And also, it's not only like that, because many people, when it's talking about adversary emulation, is thinking about the company, but what happened with the people? What happen if I have a if I have your Instagram account as a CEO of the company, because someone of the company have access to your chief information, or the CISO or chief information security officer, to the or the CEO of the company, or whatever, someone high level of the company have access to the Instagram or the Facebook account, start to send hate messages, because
Once of
can be terrible.
I agree with you. Once of my simulations, very simple, but very smart in the same time. Okay, uh, send a job offer from one working in the company to make a SCADA system. This company developing software for a SCADA system software. Okay, so the people working in SCADA system, not a lot. Okay, so the attacker send it the job offer for someone working in this environment and the machine inside the network. Okay, uh, and start to and he started to see the job offer in the PDF. Okay, this is PDF not injected. The PDF not injected, but to see this PDF, you must be install a special PDF viewer called named, I can't remember the name. Uh, you must be install it. Okay, so the link is not malicious. Also, the PDF and the link not malicious. And how can the attackers take the initial access? 0 day, there was a 0 day inside the real product, not fake product, for the PDF viewer. Look, the PDF it's clear, the link it's clear. Okay, but the software it's a real software, not fake. Okay, but the attackers discovered before 0 day. Okay, in this PDF viewer, and started to exploit this 0 day by different way, because all the time the people thinking the initial access can be get by 0 day outside, can be exploited outside of the network. No, it's not. Maybe I can exploit something inside your environment, can be destroy everything in your environment. Yeah, when I say the attacker sent PDF, okay, I know the PDF was malicious. Like saying a game with a malicious URL inside the PDF. No, it's not that. And after this, the company was be under attack, and the attackers injected the real SCADA system by malicious code, and the government, other country government, buy this software with a malware. Okay, and started to use this software with the malwares for years, not just 1 day, 2 days, years. Okay, because it's a SCADA system, not a Windows update from Windows 10 to Windows 11. It's a SCADA. So the attackers all the time not thinking, if I have something, I will exploit it now. No, not just now. He think how I can exploit this for 100%. Okay, why I must be use everything in or use everything what I can do. Okay, 100%, and I can be wait, because I if I wait, okay, the result of this attack will be more big. Don't think a traditional thing in defense. Okay, and now everything was complicated. AI, cyber revolution, fake softwares, fake captcha, the ideas, the attacks ideas was different, not like before. Send URL, like not like send URL in SMS, not no. Now anyone know, no, the people know I am not open the URL because it will be malicious. So the attackers know this. So the attackers start to start to make a customization techniques and malwares with C2 customization, C2 with customization evasion techniques. When you see the offensive security community in this way, and the attackers in the other way. Okay, so the offensive security should be the mirror. Okay, the good mirror of any something happened in the black hat community. So if not, it's not like now the offensive security. not very close. But if you focus to develop your skills to an adverse simulation, you will be very close. And you have techniques no one can be do it, just you. Okay, if you need field to exploit your experience and malware development, C2 development, and defensive evasion, you must be learning adverse simulation, and you must be know the adverse simulation operations, not like as offensive security content or offensive security course. The offensive security content or the course is very good, but 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 the black hat, the black hats or the attackers always update always update the ideas and TTPs, malwares, C2. Okay, so you must be update your skills. Okay, and say and follow everything happen in the black hat. Okay, and the black hat community. Uh, it's not a piece of cake to learn adverse simulation. Okay, but also not very hard. Okay, try step by step and try to understanding everything was be following special stages, not because if you see the attack, it's very big, very complicated. You must be make a simulation step by step. You must be how attackers deliver the malwares, like a social engineering message. Okay, okay. How can attackers implant the payload inside the PDF or photo or something like this? Okay, it's a implant technique. Now we are talking about the delivery technique and the implant technique. Okay, how can the attackers can be executed the payload when the payload be inside the environment? Okay, this is the execution technique. You must be searched about the execution technique. Okay, and after this final step, exit filtration with a command and control, and you must be ask yourself how why attackers always use the Telegram or Google Drive, Dropbox, or other platforms to make exit filtration, to hide the malicious requests behind the legal requests. Okay, before the attackers used DNS. Why? Because the DNS have a lot of requests and a lot of traffics incoming, a lot of traffics uploaded. So it's not easy to find the malicious traffics inside the DNS traffic. So after this, the attackers develop other way to make exit filtration with a legal platforms like Dropbox, like OneDrive, like other. Okay, to hide the malicious activity behind the legal activity or normal activity in environment. In the other something, not just exit filtration, I can be exploit the the applications features, its legal features, to abusing the features in in the applications, like the attack we are talking about, the attack in VS Code. Okay, to take a command and control, it's abusing for a features. So you can see a lot of something in adverse simulation you are not see it before. How I can start for my first adverse simulation after, of course, after you have a knowledge, not very big knowledge in malware development, C2 development, and defensive evasion. Start by simple attack. You must be search, okay, by simple attack happened before, okay, or simple incident happened before, okay, and you must be no. You have a lot of stages, okay. Make it by one, like implanted technique, delivery technique, implanted technique, execution, exit filtration with command and control. So, and you must be focused about this. This is very important. It's very important. Does you have the inputs, the inputs of this attack, like what? If the attackers, the layer attackers, use the vulnerability in hardware firewall, okay, how can you simulate it? You can't, because you are not have hardware firewall. It's you can't. So you must be focused about. what the attackers exploited, because I don't want to see someone started adverse simulation in the middle of this adverse simulation he can't continue. Why? Because he not know, he must be know if him have this inputs to use it or exploit it in this attack or not. But,
And the last question, my friend, is okay. We are talking about how the threat actors or the cyber criminals are working, but the last thing is like, okay, what the companies can do. Because from my point of view, the only thing you can do as a company owner is, okay, try to find someone can perform in your company adversary emulation. But for me, the only solution, the second solution you can do as a company is create honeypots. I don't know what is your opinion.
okay, the honeypot or other solutions to defense, not a solution. It's a something make you more secure. Okay, but it's not a solution, because if the honeypots can be defense everything, there was a lot of attacks. There was a lot of attacks has been successful with environment. This environment have a honeypot, and the attack has been successful. This environment have EDRs, XDRs, MDRs, and other defensive machines. You must be simulate attacks happen before and see the result and edit your incident and response plan and your defensive machines. And you must be the attackers not thinking like before. Always make a new attacks and new TTPs, okay, and always exploit the resources like what, legal platforms to hide traffic, features, abusing the features in applications, okay. The attackers always develop the new techniques to make the attacks very legal, very hidden, okay. The attackers not want to see the victim feel something wrong, not no, the attackers won't see the victim. It's like every day I open this and do this and do this, okay, like every day, okay. So if you independ about the honeypots or other defensive machines without adverse simulation or advanced red teaming operations, you will be your environment will be attacked.
That's a really interesting point of view, and I believe we are having a very interesting conversation. But we are talking almost about 1 hour, and I believe it's like we can stop here, and maybe we can meet another day and take this conversation, and we can see what the people think and the comment section below. And thank you very much for your time. It was a pleasure this conversation with you, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you for this amazing podcast. I'm very happy because I'm with you. Okay, I won't see you again in the other podcast.
You too, man. Bye bye. Thank you very much, my friend. Bye bye.